So I actually think that we have got a positive weather forecast over here in Mallorca for the week beginning the 6th of May. Now I can't actually believe it. We've got sunshine and you can see that behind me. I'm over here in Illiettes. I'm out on the morning walk and I'm going to be taking you with me. We're going to run through the weather in this video, particularly if you're coming over this week, to find out what you can expect before you come over here on holiday. But I'm also going to bring you some nice views as well because, well, you can see I'm on the top end of Illiettes. If you look over to my right, you can see a cruise ship over at Palma Port. If you look down to my left as well, you're heading down towards the Calvia beaches there. But for now, we're going to head on down towards the beaches here in Illiettes, and I'm going to give you my weekly weather update, and I'm going to warn you now, it's going to be a warm one. So I couldn't think of a better place to come than over to Cala Comtessa before they get the sunbeds out and before the tourists arrive here, to give you my weekly weather forecast for the 6th of May onwards. Now we've got some lovely temperatures this week. It's already around 20 degrees here and it's about 9:30 in the morning, so it's going to get increasingly warmer as the day goes ahead, and it's going to get increasingly warmer as the week goes ahead too, because as we head towards the weekend we're going to gradually see that temperature increasing up to around 25 degrees by the time we get to Saturday or Sunday, which is great news. Now you can see today we do have some clouds in the sky. Please, no conspiracy theorists comment on this post. It's just simply some clouds that we do have here on this Monday morning, but we're looking at clear skies ahead for the rest of the week. Now I'm going to say that there's going to be no rain this week, but on the basis of the weather we've had over the past few weeks, a shower can just pop out of nowhere and come as a surprise to absolutely everyone. But from the long range weather forecast that we have this week, I can't actually see any rain, but well, who knows. Also, I just have to say as well, it's not quite summer yet, so do not be fooled by the lovely temperatures we're enjoying today. Don't be fooled by the fact I'm wearing just a sports top this morning either, because the nights are still quite cool and also the mornings are quite cool as well. I came out this morning, I actually had to wear a fleece, so I'm a bit of a wimp anyway, but just make sure if you're coming over, pack a little bit of everything. Pack long trousers or a long dress for the evenings. Bring some shoes as well, because it's a little bit cold in my opinion for sandal weather just yet. Maybe it's not for you if you're coming from Northern Europe, but also bring a jacket, bring a coat for the evenings, because even though we're going to get these lovely daytime temperatures, the evenings are still going to feel a little bit chilly, and if you want to sit out and enjoy some of the wonderful cafes and restaurants that we have over here on the islands, then you may need a coat too. Also as well, when we do have the clouds bubbling up, you're going to find as well that temperature drops as well. So if you're going to the beach, take a hoodie, take a fleece, or take something that can keep you a little bit warm as well, particularly if you're going swimming. And talking about swimming as well, we're seeing a lot of swimmers over here going out for early morning swims. If you are wondering whether the water is warm enough to swim in, well, yes it is. Local swim here year round, as you can see behind me, because actually we've got some people going into the sea this morning. Now you may also remember from last week's weather update that I talked about jellyfish as well over in Cala Agos, over in Calador. Well, I was out there yesterday. Check out my live stream and my recorded video coming soon about that too. But you can see I was over in Cala Agos, and the Velella little sailing jellyfish that they had in the bay just a week ago have now left the bay. And good news is I don't have a jellyfish update for you from anywhere on the island, but if you are over here and you are swimming, do keep an eye out for them. It is spring. You do get little swarms popping in and out, but I don't have any reports of jellyfish on the beaches as of the 6th of May, as of this morning, so fingers crossed it's all good down on the beaches. But do let me know in comments as well if you're over here on holiday and if you see any jellyfish in any of the tourist resorts. There are bound to be a few around, but the water's so clear at the moment that you can actually see them, so shouldn't be a problem spotting them, but just be careful if you're around. The good news is as I mentioned last week, the lifeguards are now operating as well. They're normally on the beaches from between 10 and 6 o'clock. If you are on the lifeguarded beaches and you do get stung, which is pretty unlikely, I just have to point out as well, I've never been stung in the 19 years I've lived here, and I do go swimming quite a lot during the spring to autumn months as well. But lifeguards are on the beaches. If you do get stung, well, they can help treat that sting, but like I said, it's very, very unlikely that it should come to that. So I don't want to put you off and I don't want to scare you, but that's the situation as we have today. Okay, so I'm going to continue with my morning walk. We're going to head off in this direction towards Cala Zinzel. We're going to go and see if that beach has been cleared as well. I was down here a couple of weeks ago, it hadn't been cleared, but it's an absolutely gorgeous day here on the island. So come on, let's go and head on to the next beach. Okay, so this is why it's so hard to give a really accurate weather forecast over here in Mallorca. I've just been looking at another weather forecast that has highlighted a really outside risk of a storm later on this week, either on Monday, Tuesday or even Wednesday evening as well. So just look out for that. My advice is always to come prepared for all weathers, particularly if you're visiting us over in spring. Also, for this week as well, while you're over here on the island, don't forget to enjoy the sunrise or maybe a sunset as well. And the sunrise times for this week are at 7:15. The sun is setting at about 8:45 as well. My advice is go and find a great spot around those times, get your cameras out, take some amazing photos, and maybe even share them as well over on the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook group for us to see. If you're over on the East Coast and you don't want to get up early in the morning, the best place in my opinion to enjoy the sunset is going to be over on the wooden bridge in Alcudia port or from the Old Town walls. And this came up in the live stream yesterday that I filmed over in Calador. I just wanted to highlight that once again. If you're staying on the East Coast, don't think that you can't see a nice sunset from over there. Just head to higher ground or indeed check out those two videos. I'll put those in the description text below. Really nice to see, but there are also other key points as well around the island as well, no matter where you're staying, where you can catch a really good sunrise or a really good sunset too, so make sure you enjoy it. So I've just come down here to Cala Zinzel, but you can see that even over here they're a little bit late in opening for the season, and that's just because of the roadworks that they've had in the car park just up the road here. They couldn't get the tractors down to clear the seaweeds, but they're making a start on clearing this beach at the moment, even though we have already rolled into May. Now you can see also they've got the sunbeds and the sun umbrellas coming up on the beaches over here too, and you're going to see as well back on a couple of other videos that I've made in the past week. I'll drop links to those below too, about how they're getting on with putting up sunbeds over on the Calvia beaches, what's going on up in Puerto Pollensa. But the good news is that we're seeing the sunbeds and the beach umbrellas are out now on most parts of the island. Don't forget to consider subscribing as well, because I'm going to be making my way around the island in the next few weeks to give you an update on prices from all the different areas too. Now also I just want to say as well, we've got quite a few issues on the island, you may have seen it in the press, because my main issue this week is for holidaymakers coming over just have a little bit more respect for people living on the island. I was absolutely horrified yesterday driving to and from Calador to see hire cars actually, and people in those hire cars throwing lit cigarettes out of the window. Now we've entered May here, and that means that we've got a fire ban here in Mallorca. You know, obviously it's very hot over here, it gets very hot during the summer, and we have a high risk of forest fires. Now yesterday there was a small fire over in Sacolobra on the Serpentine Road, on that whole area, and that could have spread very quickly and got very out of control. Maybe it didn't because we have had rain in the past couple of weeks, but as we head on during the summer, as we head on through the summer as well, we're going to see the land here getting a lot drier. If you are coming over here and if you are hiring a car and if you smoke, do not throw your cigarette out of a car window, because you could actually start a fire. You could end up causing extensive damage here on the island too. You could affect people's livelihoods, people's homes as well. I mean, it's just not a cool thing to do. And what's more as well, if you get caught, you could also get a fine, because the police here really crack down on people throwing cigarettes out of car windows, particularly out in the countryside as well. So just do not throw lit cigarettes out of a car window. Okay everyone, I hope this video and I hope this weather update is proving useful for you coming over here to the island. I haven't heard any reports of queues or anything bad going on over at the airport as well. We still have lots of clickbait in the press at the moment about the ETIAS visa, about processing coming through border control. don't worry about that at the moment. If I hear of any other spate of industrial action or any problems over at the airport, I'll make sure I bring you that news too, coming up with my weather forecast on any future Mondays as we go on into the summer. Okay everyone, I've got more content coming out this week. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget you can find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.